of Allah Almighty, and blessing and love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to be blessed by, to be beloved to Allah Almighty, beloved to Rasulullah, beloved to Ahlul Bayt, to Awliyaullah, to Grand Shaykh, and to Mawlana Shaykh, and to all Awliyaullah, and to Sahibul Zaman, and Allah Almighty by this praising of Rasulullah, and by Salat wa Salam on Rasulullah, as Mawlana informing us, Allah Almighty creating special malaika from the lights of holy face of Allah Almighty, from the holy essence of Allah Almighty, and was descending over our meeting and spread it in all whom they were in our meeting, praising Rasulullah, giving salat wa salam to Rasulullah, conducting their heart to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that every one of them was mentioned by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and every shafa'ah in the divine presence of Allah Almighty. And then every Grand Shaykh, by Grand Shaykh, by Field of Awliya, Mawlana Shaykh, and Sultan Awliya, Mawlana Shaykh Nazim, everyone was blessing when they met on this praising of Rasulullah by a special Suhbah of light from Allah Almighty and from Rasulullah. Everyone is granting one gift from him, and he is looking to the heart, meaning the heart, and make us to be conformed in the way of Awliyaullah, the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the way of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, the way of Sayyidina Shah al-Naqshband, Muhammad Rasul Bukhari, the way of Sayyid of Awliya Mawlana Shaykh Nazim, and to be in the way of Allah Almighty, because Allah Almighty, He chose this way, as He is saying in the Holy Quran, I am choosing for this way to you, my beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you keep this way, and the one who keep it, وَأَنْ لَوْ اسْتَقَامُوا عَلَى الطَّرِيقَةِ لَأَسْقَيْنَاهُمْ مَاءً غَدَقًا. Allah saying in the Holy Quran, if they keep in the right path of this way, which I choose it to you, my beloved Muhammad. And Rasulullah appointing Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq to be the responsible for all this way, but he appointed Sayyidina Shah al-Naqshband, Muhammad Rasul Bukhari, the Imam of this way. And Allah Almighty by Himself appointing Sayyidina Abdul Qadir al-Ujdawani to be the Imam of the Naqshbandi, Khatm, Khaja Khan, and Seal of Awliya for all Awliya. Naqshbandi Awliya, other 40 ways Awliya, any secrets of Wilaya coming from Allah Almighty to Rasulullah, from Rasulullah to all whom chosen by Allah Almighty to be Awliya, the light of Wilaya coming to them from the heart, the channel of the heart of Rasulullah, who is sealed of Awliya, Sultan al-Awliya, sealed of Awliya, Grand Shaykh, Mawlana Shaykh Abdullah Darastan. And is the right hand of him, the Sultan of Awliya, who representing him in between all Awliya to train them and to complete and perfect them, to be presented, the seed of Awliya, to present them to Rasulullah, is Mawlana Sultan al-Awliya, Shaykh Muhammad Nazim al-Haqqani. And for this we are so lucky that Allah may bless us to be in their way. Allah, asking Allah Almighty to confirm us in their way, and not to be changing, but always to be in one face, one heart. Our main goal and target to find Allah Almighty, find Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all from Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq to Mawlana Shaykh Nazim, to field of Awliya, to find all Awliyaullah, and to be representing to me their shrine. And we say, وقدس الله تعالى أرواحهم زكية ونور الله تعالى أضرحتهم المباركة. We refer this life coming on their shrine on us to be, we are the ones carrying the shrine of all these grand sheikhs. We represent the shrine of all grand sheikhs, from Sayyid of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, to Sayyid of Awliya, to Mawlana Shaykh Muhammad Nazim al-Haqqani. We are the one carrying their shrine, their visit, their spiritual power, the one whom blessing from Allah Almighty and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whom they are following the line of Al-Naqshbandiyya Al-Aliyya, the way chosen by Allah Almighty as the way of Rasulullah and was known as the way of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and the Imam of Sayyidina Shah al-Naqshbandi. There is no other name for the Naqshbandiyya al-Aliyya, no one to be cheated that more. Along this travel from time of Rasulullah to nowadays, there was plenty changing in the names. No, there was no changing. It was well known as Siddiqiyya way until the Imam of the way appeared, Sayyidina Shah al-Naqshbandi Muhammad Waisi al-Bukhari, and then he gave it by the order of Rasulullah and by Allah Almighty, order to be the way which engraving on the body of everyone and on the heart of everyone by light, the greatest name of Allah Almighty, Allah, never going out of this life except to be blessed by the greatest name, Al-Ali Al-A'la. For this he called it Al-Naqshbandiyya Al-Aliyya. Al-Aliyya means Al-Ali Al-A'la, the greatest name of Allah Almighty, and Naqsh means engraving, and in Persian language, Naqshbandiyya Band means body. Also in Arabic we say Badan, and for this the same in Persian language is Badan, Band. They call it Band, but in our tongue Badan, and in English they say body. Well, Naqsh means engraving. It's engraved the greatest name of Allah. For this he named it the way, which anyone is in this way or accepted this way, and he is doing his best to progress in this way to find himself, so that he will find his God. He will be never passing away except to be engraved on his heart and on his body by light of Allah Almighty and Rasulullah, the greatest name of Allah Almighty, Allah by light. And he will be welcomed by Allah Almighty. There was no, as they are saying, Tayfuriyya or Wajdawaniyya or Mujaddidiyya or Khalidiyya or Daghistaniyya or Nazimiyya. All these names were put by the ones whom they didn't accept the successor, whom appointed by Rasulullah Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq as the will of this grand Shaykh who is passing away, and they will continue the line after him. The other deputies, from their proudness and hatred, and in time of the Shaykh used to have good tidings that they are a successor and Khalif, and some of them they used to have issue from the Shaykh that they are ones to carry on this line, but were not mentioned in the will of the one who is carrying the secret of Sayyid of Prophet. When he is passing away, must mention the name who continued this line, but they were not mentioned. Only was mentioned the name who is blessing him to continue this line. And so they got upset, and so for this they called it the deputies of whom they didn't accept Sayyidina Muhammad Ma'soom, son of Sayyidina Ahmad al-Faruqi by Mujaddidiyya, and they deviate from Muhammad Ma'soom and they make their own line. The same in time of Sayyidina Abu Ahmad al-Thawri, the same in time of Sayyidina Khalid al-Baghdadi, used to have 300 deputies, and these 300 deputies all big muftis, ulama, Shaykh of Islam, and when he gave it to Sayyidina Shaykh Ismail al-Arani, who was a servant to him, they get upset and they called it, no, not Naqshbandiyya Aliyya, it is Naqshbandiyya Khalidiyya. And the same happened, then it was Naqshbandiyya Aliyya, continue, no one changing. All the deputies were so strict not to be curved from the way until nowadays, whom they are refusing the Shaykh Muhammad Adib, the son of Maulana Shaykh Nazim, as the one continue the line of Naqshbandiyya Aliyya. They say we call it Al-Nazimiyya. Nazimiyya means there is no Shaykh for it, so the one who is calling it Nazimiyya is the Shaykh of it. And when you present all whatever you present as a sawab for them, and what you are reciting, go to their soul. We say to our first to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the great Sahaba and the 24,000 prophets, and to the 4 Imams, Abu Hanifa, Maliki, Shafi'i, Hanbali, then to our Mashaikhina fi al-tariqat al-Naqshbandiyyah al-Aliyya. Never we are saying Khalidiyya or Mujaddidiyya, or Nazimiyya, or this or that, or Tayfuriyya, or Mujdawaniyya. There is no such thing. It is going to all this golden chain by the name of Al-Naqshbandiyya Al-Aliyya. If you change any name, by naming it by different name, it will not go to them. Then it's going to go to a block, to be blocked as a wall, where reach only to that name. Al-Nazimiyya means reaching to that one who put this name. And he has no power to carry on, to be a shrine for all grand sheikhs and say, no, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu, Rasulullah. Because always the one whom he is a real Naqshbandi, following Naqshbandiyya, Aliyya, all the Murid, they will be the shrines of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu, all the descendants to Mawlana Shaykh Nazim, they represent, and for this we say, وَنَوَّرَ اللَّهُ, Allah to lighten the graves, the shrine of all the Imams of Naqshbandiyya Al-Aliyya. وَنَوَّرَ اللَّهُ أَضْرِحَتَهُمُ الْمُبَارَكَةَ, Allah to lighten their shrine, and then we make this to come over us because we represent the shrine of all the Imams of Al-Naqshbandiyya Al-Aliyya. These are the 40 or 41 or 42 branches of Naqshbandiyya Al-Aliyya. But there is 7,007 Imams for the Naqshbandiyya Al-Aliyya, whom in every period of time there is several one of them to be the assistant of this grand sheikh who is representing Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu. And for this the Imam, they are 7,000, never going to be more or less from time of Adam alayhi salam till the day of the judgment. And the Naqshbandiyya Al-Aliyya, this way which Allah chose it to Rasulullah, was not from 1,400 years or 500 years when Allah dressed it to be known in cave of Thor to the physical body of Rasulullah and Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and to all the atoms and soul of all the branches and all the Imams and all the Murids, but it was from pre-eternal dressed by Allah Almighty to them forever. And they were acting as ones whom they are carrying, children of Adam alayhi salam, and they are the one responsible in all these lives and manifestation in this big ark, this boat of Rasulullah, which sailed in the ocean from pre-eternal forever of Wahdaniyah, of Allah Almighty, reaching the ocean of Ahadiyah of Allah Almighty. And for this Allah Almighty saying in the Holy Quran, وَحَمَلْنَا ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ فِي الْفُلْكِ الْمَشْحُونِ, and all children of Adam were loaded, all manifestation and declaration and whatever coming from them are loaded in this ark, which is Muhammadun Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah, and Allah ordering it to be sailing in the ocean of Wahdaniyah to complete its ascent to the ocean of uniqueness of Allah Almighty of Ahadiyah. And the pilot is Rasulullah, and the assistant of him in all these children of Adam alayhi salam, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu, Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu, all their successors from the Naqshbandiyya of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and the Imams, and from Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu and their Imams, and of all Sufi ways. And for this, Allah Almighty then continues the ayah, وَخَلَقْنَا لَهُم مِّن مِثْلِهَا مَا يَرْكَبُونَ, and the boats and the ship which now you are using, I create for you mankind similar to it, so that you can use it in these oceans which is surrounding the globe, where Allah Almighty is dressing over this ocean, the earth. The earth stays in this globe of earth, planet, it is all ocean, and Allah making earthly part over these oceans, and the ocean to be done for all, also Allah Almighty making them to be giving whatever they can give to support and to serve children of Adam alayhi salam, And so they asked Allah Almighty make for them a safe thing to be sailing over us, and Allah Almighty blessed them similar to that ship, to that ark, to that boat which sailing in the ocean of Wahdaniyah, as Allah saying in the Holy Quran in Surah Yasin, similar to it, these ships and boats and ark which we are seeing nowadays moving in and sailing in these oceans. These oceans nothing for awliya. These oceans, they are under the control of one of the prophets called Sayyidina Ilyas alayhi salam, while the earthly part is controlled by Sayyidina Khidr alayhi salam. And so Allah Almighty making anyone who got his trust from them can be controlling these oceans. And when Allah Almighty ordering Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam to make the children of Israel to be crossing the ocean, the sea, he was, how to do Allah Almighty? Musa, why I am giving you a stick? A stick, like this stick. But it is not a stick, it is a secret from Allah Almighty in the hand of Sayyidina Musa, and by he was making his stick, slapping the ocean, the sea, to be open for children of Israel to be crossing it as if it is well done roads in the sea so that they cross easy. But the sea was not replying, Sayyidina Musa was not accepting to open. Then Allah Almighty don't like this say, I am addressing him to be known as Abu Khalid, by the name of Abu Khalid. Say, oh Abu Khalid, Allah ordered you to be open and to be roads for the children of Islam. And then by his stick, he was saying, Allahu Akbar, Ya Abu Khalid, open to be roads for us, and was opening several roads according to the races of children of Israel, was roads until they crossed the sea, and reaching to the other side, Allah sent Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam in a female horse, so that the male horse which Pharaoh was riding was without anymore to be under the control of Pharaoh, but he was under his sexual desires, following this male-female horse, which Sayyidina Jibreel was riding and crossing over children of Israel. He followed them until they reached to the other side. Then Sayyidina Jibreel disappeared, and then Allah Almighty covered the ocean again as it was, and all they were drowned. Then they said, oh Musa, we don't believe that Pharaoh can be saved. So Allah Almighty making the ocean to bring up over it the body of Pharaoh. So everyone of children of Israel, they saw really that he sank down and he finished. And that is Allah Almighty making it this way, and Naqshbandiyya al-Aliyah. This is our main story, so I don't want to go to the other ocean. So don't try anyone to change the name, no one to change, anyone who is changing the name as if he's changing dhikr of Allah Almighty. And Allah saying, I descend the dhikr and I am protecting. Inna anzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun. Allah is saying, I descend dhikrullah. I descend the dhikr, which means all what related to the divine, the godly word of Allah Almighty, the Holy Quran, to Rasulullah, to all the prophets, and he say, I am protecting my beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No one can interfere to change in it anything, but it will be like this going on so smoothly until the day of judgment, where there the reality for everyone will appear, and they find themselves, and then they will continue their ascent to the divine, the presence of Allah Almighty. So be careful not to miss the way. By missing the names, you are missing the way. Don't miss the way, even whatever they want to call that call. We are ones behind reality, to find Allah Almighty, to find Rasulullah, to find Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, to find everyone who is blessed by this secret from Rasulullah, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, and all the grand sheikhs, and to be the shrine to represent their shrine, to be dressed by their shrine. Our heart to be the shrine of all these awliya, from Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and Sayyidina Ali, all to be the shrine of all awliya whom Allah mentioned in the Holy Quran. أَلَا إِنَّ أَوْلِيَاءَ اللَّهِ لَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Until you wish to be a shrine for this awliya, you will be yet in your way to reach to that reality. If you are not able to reach that reality, then you will continue a seclusion in your grave until day of judgment you reach that reality. So if you want to choose it now, most welcome. If you find it now, most welcome. If you want to wait, you can wait as you like. Allah giving free will to everyone. But don't think if you change names or remove any names for Islam, for the Holy Quran, for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for hadith of Rasulullah, for anything related to which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam already and Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Sayyidina Ali already by Allah Almighty named it and confirmed it. Don't try to play with them, because you have power or effort. If they want to play with you, you can carry. If Allah wants to play with you, you can carry. Yeah. Then be careful not to play with Allah Almighty and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all them shaykhs and awliya. They are not one to be played with them. Be careful. May Allah forgive us and mercy us and confirm us in the way of Al-Naqshbandiyya al-Aliyya, and to be a shrine for all these grand shaykhs where we see that then it will be like lightning appear from our hearts and our faces and from our eyes. سبحانك الحبيب محمد الفاتح. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.